some real talk. Oh, I need some real talk. Give me some of that real talk.
Today's Real Talk, the show focused on all things North Carolina real estate, business, and life.
And South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina too. Oh, you want
Yeah.
to talk about the Carolinas,
Well,
like the Panthers,
Carolinas,
like the
sure,
Panthers.
yeah.
You a Panthers fan?
I'm Brazilian. If I say anything football, it's kind of a lie, but yeah, sure, I am.
So you do like football, like kick it with the feet.
Soccer, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sitting down with somebody who cares.
I
Can
do
I can
care.
I say that
Yeah,
at this point?
'cause
I think
it's
that's
true.
fair. Claudia Ogrizek.
Yes.
Ooh, I got it that
Yes,
time.
yeah.
The audience know everyone.
They don't need to know you've been trying for like 50 times.
Well, here's the thing. They know already. They know that when I usually come in here, I have things to say, but they're not as serious as they probably should be. Cause I think sometimes people take things too seriously. Is the brokerage community falling apart and has no relevance anymore in the community, or is it still good to be a broker and still help people buy houses?
I love it. I think it's very important, but I think um, clients and life helps separate the ones that care and are good and the ones that are not, they vanish over time. I don't know if you know that 85% of new agents give up within 2 years of getting a license, which is crazy.
How long have you been a broker?
It's going to be 7 years in April.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
And you are with Compass now.
I am with Compass. Yes.
What's up with Compass? I hear like aren't they the ones like causing a bunch of trouble online and
course
all this
not.
kind of stuff? And you're hanging out with a sketchy crew, Claudia. I think a little bit. I don't
No.
know about this.
No, they are awesome. I joined them in July. I had been with the same firm for 5 years. Actually, by accident, I made the move, I think, one day before my 5th anniversary. So they got the call from Compass on my anniversary, and it was not on purpose. And I'm like, oh, God.
Were they cutting the cake and then like
I
the
guess.
phone rang? Hold on, I'll
Yes.
get it. I'll get
I
it.
think they were bringing the flowers. I'm like, okay, never mind. Yeah. I love them, but I needed a change.
Is Lake Norman better than Charlotte?
Of course. It's where I am.
That was a joke. Come on. It all works together.
Actually, it's kind of cute. The other day, I was, FaceTime call my clients that are about to buy in the summer. They are in Valentine, and they said, we heard that like north of Charlotte, there's a lake, and they say it's kind of okay.
It's like a pond. It's more like a pond.
I'm like, hey, I live in the LKN area.
Oh.
I'm like, but it's funny because people that are in the South, like Valentine, Fort Mill, they have no idea what's coming, what's going on here, which is very
just completely removed. Like,
and it's like, oh, there's a lake, and we heard it's good. I'm like, it's pretty awesome. I've been
it's all
living
right.
there
Yeah,
for
no,
almost
it's cool.
10 years.
Sure. They have a lot of skyscrapers right now though in like South Charlotte. Is that weird now, like driving around 277 and seeing them outside the Beltway?
I don't know because I drive so much and I serve all the areas. So
And South Carolina.
And South Carolina.
I'm not licensed in South Carolina. I never went and got my broker license.
I
in South
had
Carolina.
to. I started, and I think maybe in 2-3 years the demand was there, so I did it.
That was a smart move. Do you regret becoming a broker?
Not at all. I love it. Are you kidding me?
Why do you love it so much? Like I look right now in this market when all the brokers are down, when the market is down, you're over here telling me this is the best decision you ever made in your life.
Well,
how is that possible?
Again, I know, yes, because I hear it, and I have many of my friends, realtor friends, calling me and like, what's going on? I'm like, should I tell them it's my best year yet?
Mm-hmm.
And I think in my case, I'm not talking in general, but in my case, I'm here. Since day one, I'm like, I'm here to stay. I don't worry about tomorrow's commission, or it's like, if a client is not ready now, I'll be here waiting. They can call me whenever, and they know it. And because I care so much, I think they keep coming back to me, referring me, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, but you don't even have a transaction coordinator.
I
say it's because you're a control freak, but I don't know. I think you like perfection. I think you like that.
I don't.
Which is nothing wrong with that, though.
I have issues trusting people, so I think I tried a transaction coordinator maybe 3 times, but I was faster than them.
Uh-oh.
because I'm a control freak. I'm fast. I'm good. I can
Are you accurate though? Like, I mean,
vary.
like,
Oh,
oh, okay,
yes.
okay.
Oh, yes. So I would see like a little mistake here, and I'm like, you know what? No. I was actually fired by one of them.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think my second transaction
Fired
coordinator.
you?
Yes.
Oh, they pulled like the broker move of, I can, it's just not
Yeah, I can
working.
fire a client. Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Seller, this isn't going well.
Exactly. So I was fired by my second transaction because she said it's impossible. Like you hired me to do something and you're faster than me. So when I open the file, everything is done. So why are you paying me? And I was fired.
What do sellers care about at the table right now? Is it all about commission? Like, Claudia, are you going to do this for less commission than your competitor?
Not in my case.
What are they asking you?
They asked me what I think.
Mm. What do you think in general, like in life? What do you think about, like, not besides real estate? Do you think about anything besides real estate?
Traveling
Traveling, okay.
and my family, of course. My
Sure.
husband, my daughter, of course. But
Your,
and
your
my
daughter,
dogs.
your daughter wants to travel as well. I think she should go to Appalachian State. I'm trying to convince
It's too cold.
Mamie's
I don't want to. No,
too cold.
I hate.
Do you hate the
winter.
cold?
I do hate it.
Brazil's south of the equator, right?
It is, but
Yeah.
I always say I am from the south of Brazil, so I'm down
Oh,
there when
deep
it's
south.
yes. So
Oh.
and I always say it's kind of a right if you get the equator.
Sure.
So south of Brazil is equivalent. It's not as cold, but
Oh.
it's the cold part of Brazil. So I always tell people it's like kind of the boring part of Brazil.
You're in touch with Brazil though still today.
Yes.
So what's the temperature like right now in Brazil? Is it cold like here? Or is it like a reverse? Like is it?
It's reverse.
Oh,
But
really?
my city is on the. I mean, it's summer, so I think it's gonna. My city's probably 75 today.
Super humid or no,
No.
in Brazil?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Again, you're talking about a gigantic country.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a ice cream cone. I'm at the bottom.
The
of
very
cone.
bottom.
Yes.
Do you think it's too humid here in North Carolina?
It's weird. I know. I don't even recognize. People say, "Oh, it's so humid." I have no idea. I don't know what they're talking about. It's weird. I'm like, how do you know? How can I? And I don't know how. I don't know how people figure it out.
Just like it's just a random number on a scale, basically. Is
Yeah.
that that's
You
it?
tell me it's humid. I'm like, yes, it is. I have no idea why, and I can't tell the difference.
Sure.
But yeah,
What about like Texas? Does it get too hot in Texas, do you think?
I guess I've never been.
You've never been. The woman who loves to travel the world has never been to Texas.
Well, the world is a
Oh,
big
that's
place.
true. I've never been to Texas either,
See?
so I guess I shouldn't hate that hard.
Yeah.
What's your
But-
favorite place besides right here in Lake Norman? Favorite place to travel and Brazil? Because you're gonna say Brazil, but I'm not. I can't let you do that too.
It's weird because now in Brazil, I want to go back home to see my family and my friends. So, it's Curitiba. That's my city.
That's the name
It's
of
a
your city.
large, yes, the very large city, 3 million people, which many people don't realize. Brazil has big cities.
Can I ask you something and you not get offended?
Sure.
Can you say something to me in Portuguese?
É,
She was about to punch me. Did you see that? She was about to punch me. Oh my goodness.
eu acabei de ouvir que o comercial está chegando.
Thank you.
Do I sound different? Do you think I sound?
I think it sounds awesome. I think it sounds very cool. That's what I think. I'm so excited you're here. I'm sitting down with Claudia Ogrizek.
Yes, which is a Slovenian name, by the way.
Slovenian?
Yes.
You didn't tell. This whole thing's a sham. We're finding about the broker community, about the market, the real estate market here in Lake Norman. She said it first, LKN.
We'll be back with more of today's Real Talk, hosted by real estate attorney Justin Ckezepis in just a moment on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, after a stretch of gloomy weather and even wet weather at times, we're finally going to kick off a stretch of mostly dry weather with the start of a brand new work week. Sunshine back this afternoon. It's cool, though. High temperatures in the low 50s. We'll all get cold tonight. Most everybody dipping down below freezing into the upper 20s. With high temperatures only around 50, but we do have sunshine back for our Tuesday. Slight chance, very low, though, of a shower as we get into our Wednesday. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. MerleFest is back, April 25th through the 28th at Wilkes Community College. Featuring nearly 100 performers, including Old Crow Medicine Show, Turnpike Troubadours, the Teskey Brothers, Nickel Creek, and more. Tickets and information at merlefest.org. Listen each morning to Good Morning LKN for your chance to win tickets. Mooresville Parks and Recreation is excited to bring The Great Magician Murder Mystery Dinner Theater to the Charles Mack Citizen Center, Saturday, February 10th. This is not your usual murder mystery experience. An evening of theater and mystery that will have you laughing and gasping. The Great Magician Murder Mystery Dinner Theater, Saturday, February 10th. For more info, visit ourtownstage.com. Chi-Town Transit Authority is coming to Kane Center for the Arts, Saturday, February 3rd. Come hear the 8-piece Chicago tribute band, horn and woodwind sections included. Chi-Town Transit Authority, Kane Center for the Arts, Saturday, February 3rd. kanearts.org. That's CAINarts.org. The North Carolina Gun Collectors Association Gun Show is coming to the Statesville Civic Center, February 3rd and 4th. Always remember, safety first. For more info, including show rules and restrictions, visit the North Carolina Gun Collectors Association website. The NCGCA Gun Show, February 3rd and 4th, Statesville Civic Center. Want to attend the Charlotte Home and Remodeling Show? Throughout the day, you have your chance to win tickets. Listen to Good Morning LKN, the Home Ad Show, the News Drive at 5, and the Scoreboard. Each show gives you your chance to win. The Charlotte Home and Remodeling Show, February 23rd through the 25th. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
We're back with more of today's Real Talk with Justin Ckezepis on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Today's Real Talk, the show focused on all things North Carolina real estate, business, and life. Justin Ckezepis sitting alongside a fellow broker in the community. You still do you leave exit 28? Because Mamie says she doesn't leave exit 28. You live in the Lake Norman area. You go everywhere.
I have to, yes.
Claudia Ogrizek with Compass.
Yes.
Am I supposed to just say Compass, or can I be like Compass Real Estate?
You could say just Compass. It's a pretty strong name. People recognize
They get it. They've heard that word before, you
Yes.
think? Okay. All right. That's probably true. I'm probably not introducing
so.
to a new word.
No, they do. They do.
When you became a broker, did you become a broker in Brazil before you came here? No. You came here and then
They
became a broker.
wanted me to become a broker when I was doing my flips, but I thought it was crazy.
Could you go back? Would you go back to Brazil and be a broker there right now? If you want, if life change?
Yeah, probably. But why? I would stay here.
You wouldn't even.
I'm
just
a
like
citizen
it.
now, so I don't have to leave.
All right, let's talk about right now in the marketplace. And I've talked to multiple brokers before, and this is, I think, the best deals are new construction. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. We barely have any inventory. People that have houses don't want to sell because most of them have either no debt, so they own their house, or they have very low interest rates, so they don't want to let go of it. And the only place bringing inventory is new construction. And right now, and I don't know how long it's gonna last. So right now, many builders have amazing incentives going on. I'm the queen of new construction.
The queen.
I am the queen of new construction.
And I got nervous now. Now
No,
I'm nervous.
I joke that there's probably a little voodoo doll of me going around because I fight for my clients and they know, because people don't understand. And actually, I'm going to say, buyers don't understand that you should have your buyer agent representing you on a deal. So many people are driving around, they see a sign, they stop at the model home, and it's over.
I need it.
But the builder rep gets them, and then when they call their agent, they're like, too late, you came here, you were alone, I didn't see your agent. And then it's you, a regular buyer person, many times with no knowledge.
I can do this myself.
Against the builder representative. So someone who's working for the builder.
Who does this every day in volume.
Yeah. And who owes everything, all the
duties, responsibilities,
yes, everything,
obligations,
loyalty, blah, 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 to their boss. And
it's
not
a bundle
to
of sticks, right?
Yes. Not to their, not to the buyer. And people don't realize that.
Isn't one of the sticks in the bundle, I should know this as an attorney, right?
Me too.
Know this, but Is it like
I my loyalty,
okay?
confidentiality,
Ooh, solid.
help me.
I
Because
sh-
now, like,
I should know.
I have
I genuinely don't know.
I have
right
a
now.
microphone in my face.
Care?
Accountability,
Is care one?
I think knowledge, because
Yeah.
of course you have to know what
Yeah, you
you're
gotta know what you're doing around
yes.
here.
Oh,
Sheesh.
one day, can I tell you a
Yeah.
silly story? It's not new construction, but it just because this is something that I've been I
Mm.
need to talk to someone about it. One day I was previewing a open house. I was previewing for out of state clients because I do have many out of state buyers. So I went there. The listing agent was at the house, and we started talking. And then he said, "Well, I don't really do this. I have my real job, but I do have a license." And they called me, and I said, why not?
Mm.
And I'm like,
That
"Are
got
you
you
for
excited,
real?"
right? That got you real excited.
Well, not really. I get upset because someone listed their house with someone that, I
Yeah.
don't really do it.
Yeah.
Like, and it drives me crazy because of the sticks. One of them is, knowledge and using all your effort and knowledge and to help your seller or to help your buyer. So you don't want someone that, right? You want someone that does it for
There's
you, thinking of the very best
well,
situation
you do
for
it
you.
full time.
I am
Full time.
full time,
You don't have like a
pretty much
like a
24/7.
side hustle like on Instagram and stuff like you don't do any of that.
No, it's real estate. My life is real estate.
So so at all the parties, does everyone ask you the questions about real estate and what's
Yeah, of
going on in the
course.
market?
And I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
What are you hearing then? Like when you're at a table with a seller and they're okay, you're the one. Let's say you're the one.
I'm always the one.
You're the one. And it's now the conversation about price and the buyer in the marketplace.
Yes.
How are you managing that expectation right now?
I am always as honest as possible. So, I talk about pricing strategy because, of course, it's just human nature that sellers want to push it. And I always say, if you push it too hard, you're going to scare buyers
Oh, yeah.
away. The house will sit on the market. So, no, let's, think about the right price or even below to create urgency. So buyers think it's my chance.
That's the strategy right
And
now.
hopefully,
Yeah.
and hopefully
Multiple
we get
offers.
multiple offers. The other day I was talking to clients and they said, "Oh, we know that houses are not selling as quickly." I'm like,
So, but then you can't violate their duty, your duty of respecting, because you're a realtor.
yes.
Of if they have an agent and a broker, you can't talk smack about them and let them know that they hired the wrong broker.
No. But on my Instagram, for instance, I always say I always remind
You say they hired the
people,
wrong broker
no,
on your
no,
Instagram?
No,
You
no,
do-
no. It's implicit. No, but I do say people can get the message, but I always say, because it's the right agent, I always say that on my Instagram to remind people the right agent matters. Be careful, even with Instagram, many people present themselves as this high producing whatever agent.
Oh, yeah.
I can look at the numbers. So sometimes when I see that, I'm like, let me see. And then they sold two houses, two $200,000 houses in,
Yeah.
whatever. So I always say the right agent matters when you're interviewing. And I do think that you should interview a few agents to see, because it's not only about how much you can sell or produce, but the human connection. You have to feel good with the person. You have to have this trust feeling. And just because I say Mamie, who is my client, she loves me. I know she refers me. But one of her friends that comes to me might say, I don't like her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a great agent. It doesn't matter. I don't like her. So I always say the right agent matters, the relationship, but ask to see actual numbers. And then again to my clients, are the houses sitting on the market? I'm like, my listings or
or
listings.
the market. Yeah. The headline news that's out there right now.
And actually, I know it's going to sound crazy, but we met on Wednesday. They are my repeat clients, and they were trying to decide if they should sell or not. I try to make them stay with the house.
You are destroying a market, Claudia. You're not allowed to do that as a broker.
Yeah, and they said we knew it. We knew that you would come here, listen to the whole thing, and give you your opinion. Not like, oh, this is the list price, let's do it. They knew that I was going to try to make them stay with the house. And I did try, but then yesterday they called me. No, not yesterday, this morning. They're like, no, we want to sell. So now I'm like rushing, calling photographer, measurements, blah, 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 to have the house hopefully ready by Friday. They want a list right now.
And you're coordinating all that because you're a control freak and you have no
I am
transaction
doing the
coordinator.
whole thing. Yes.
Jeez, you are crazy.
Yes. I'm doing
You
the whole
must
thing.
like this game.
I do love it.
Okay,
I know it's crazy. I am doing the whole thing.
Okay, understanding interest rates people bought in at under 4%. They're not moving anytime soon.
Unless
Inventory,
they have to.
unless they have to. Inventory, new construction is that game.
Yes. Go for it.
Then what you're seeing of people moving, your buyers and sellers coming and going, jobs. Because in my opinion, that's what matters too. That's the way we keep this market going. Do you see culturally anywhere around our area, North, South Carolina, that the vibe anywhere is we're going to see a downtick in jobs?
Not at all. Not in our area. Not at all. The opposite. Many opportunities, IT, banking, technology. Not at all.
So how do people continue to afford buying if the demand is so high? And it may not matter. There's some that make enough that are moved from Pennsylvania, Connecticut, New York.
Exactly. It's nothing for them.
It's nothing.
Yes, it's nothing for them. But even though they have many times they do have kind of the wrong idea of what they could get. It's cheap for them, but they
not
think,
like Little House on the Prairie. They think it's
like,
a little house. Tell
I
the
want a
truth.
large lot. I'm telling the truth. They come with this idea, I'm going to buy around Lake Norman. It doesn't matter. Large lot. And I'm like,
yeah.
No, not anymore. This was maybe pre-COVID. So now you have to you can afford it. It's still cheap for you, but you're not going to get the huge house on the water, or even not on the water, but like this is either you bring more money or you're going to have to be okay with a smaller lot, especially HOA and subdivisions. So.
What about the compromises then? Where are people? Are they compromising on location?
This is the hardest part of my job.
Yeah,
actually.
what are they compromising on right now?
It really depends. I mean, it really depends. I would say most people are compromising more like on the size of the house than location. Some people are set to come to Cornelius or Huntersville or Fort Mill. They try as hard as they can to stay where they are. And then they realize they can't really afford what they had in mind, so they accept like a smaller house, or they wanted 4 bedrooms, they'll take 3. So this is what I see happening.
Do you see a lot of different, and I don't mean types like in the statistical government side, I'm talking about like families,
I'm not
business.
allowed to say that.
I know you're not, but do you see
a
lot of
am I being tested right now?
Do you
fair housing?
Do you see a lot of diverse culture moving here?
Sure.
Okay. See, I tried to word. I tried to word it in the way that
fair housing
allows you. Okay,
if someone is watching and you're not aware, please check.
Nobody would listen to
Google,
me. I'm out of my mind.
Google
every day.
fair
Come
housing,
on.
and maybe you're trying to get me in trouble here. I'm not.
No, I'm not
allowed
getting you
to
in
say
trouble.
it.
No, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I do like though how you basically said what the way we should be saying it is. None of that matters. What matters is good community.
Yes, the world is.
What matters.
We're all the same.
You're like. I can't say the same because not every broker is the same. Let's be honest. Do we have too many brokers in North Carolina?
We have too many brokers in the country.
Claudia Ogrizek sitting down. Compass.
Yes.
Sitting down talking about real estate. That's what we're doing here. North Carolina real estate, business, and life. Today's Real Talk. Coming back.
Stay with us. Today's Real Talk with Justin Ckezepis will be back after these messages on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, after a stretch of gloomy weather and even wet weather at times, we're finally going to kick off a stretch of mostly dry weather with the start of a brand new work week. Sunshine back this afternoon. It's cool, though. High temperatures in the low 50s. We'll all get cold tonight. Most everybody dipping down below freezing into the upper 20s. High temperatures only around 50, but we do have sunshine back for our Tuesday. Slight chance, very low though, of a shower as we get into our Wednesday. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
You're all set with your Medicare prescriptions, Mrs. Brown.
This is not just low-cost copays at Walgreens.
I can actually help you set up 90-day refills if you want.
This is having a partner you can trust. Get low-cost copays, 90-day refills, and delivery from your neighborhood Walgreens. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Restrictions apply. For details, see walgreens.com/pharmacy.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hi, this is Joshua Dobie. Join me Thursdays at 4 p.m. for Dollars and Cents, a show that focuses on your personal financial journey and the markets around us. That's Dollars and Cents, Thursday afternoons at 4, here on WSIC.
Does your business provide coffee for employees or customers? Black Powder Coffee can supply you with fresh roasted coffee, a variety of daily signature blends including flavored coffees such as cinnamon roll and Kahlua and cream. We even have bourbon-infused coffee in collaboration with Southern Distilling Company. Visit blackpowdercoffee.com or stop by and see us at 261 Rolling Hill Road in Mooresville. Black Powder Coffee.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
Whatever the story,
we have to end our dependence on China.
Have your say.
This debt crisis is going to set our economy back big time.
This is WSIC News Talk Now.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. IBM with a clear message for its managers who continue to work remotely. Move near an office or leave the company. IBM CEO says all managers have to report to an office or client location now at least 3 days per week. One of Apple's top executives, DJ Novotny, who worked on home devices and helped start development of Apple's upcoming electric cars, jumping ship. He's heading to rival Rivian, the EV pickup and SUV maker. Shares of Rivian up more than 3%. But elsewhere on Wall Street, stocks seeing some modest gains today. That's ahead of a big Federal Reserve meeting this week on interest rates. The January jobs report out on Friday, and a whole bunch of big tech earnings. Right now, it's got the Dow up a small fraction. The NASDAQ up more than 0.5%. The S&P about 1/3% higher. Netflix does it. So does Disney and Peacock. And today is the day Amazon Prime Video begins showing commercials. That's ahead of shows and movies, unless you pay an extra $3 a month. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Now, more of today's Real Talk with Justin Ckezepis on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Today's Real Talk, the show focused on all things North Carolina, real estate, business, and life. Justin Ckezepis sitting down with Claudia Ogrizek. Segment 3 out of 4.
I know.
You've done well.
Yeah,
You've done great, though, actually.
Thank you.
Are you having fun in real estate still?
Every day. Every day. I love it. I'm a very, even though I am a control freak, kind of crazy, I am a very emotional and like warm, whatever person.
You have that personality.
So and many, I don't know if I should say that, but sometimes I love it so much that my eyes start watering just because I'm so happy.
That's not the dryness outside in the air? No, that's nothing like that? Okay.
Wasn't it humid a few minutes ago?
That was it. Well, north of the equator.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. I thrive on the craziness.
How important is it for people when they're searching for real estate to look at local data?
Again, it varies. I know it depends.
Sure.
It depends on the client, the situation, the timeline, everything. So is it...
So you're saying it doesn't matter? Because
it depends.
Once you get...
It depends. Because I think, I really think it depends. It depends on why and how and when. So you have to ask those questions to kind of, what really matters. Because sometimes it's just not a numbers game. It's, whatever. I can't say family, a person's people's soul's situation. So numbers matter, but it's the whole thing.
So when you search on the MLS, because I bet you search the MLS 500 times a day.
Yes.
What's your go-to
My
search?
middle name is MLS.
Forget checking your listings, because I'm sure you're checking your listings, which you've
course.
got a lot, you've had a lot, you got a lot in the
Yes.
pipeline. I know that.
Yes.
But like when you're searching the market,
Yes.
what do you like to search for?
It depends.
Oh, come on. Are you
But
looking at closed volume?
depends
Are
if
you
I-
looking at listings? What are you looking at first most of the time? Go to.
It again, stop making me say it depends, because it's, what I have in my pipe, because of course I'm thinking about me and my clients, so I do think of what they are looking for and what matters to them. And then of course I also look at my competition to see what they're doing and how I can improve to get
Yeah,
everything. And
sure.
I get everything. So it's a daily thing. And yes, I do look at, coming soon. I do look at back on the market to understand why things are going wrong and back on the market.
Is it to cold call leads? Is that
Expired,
why
I never
it's-
do. I have never cold called. Never.
Okay, so that doesn't make sense, because as a top broker and agent, that's what every school, every training program, every KW class teaches you.
I know.
You've got to be cold calling.
I've never done it. Okay, I'm lying. In the beginning, when I signed up with KW, as every new agent does, and they started talking about, how to do that, they said, reach out to your sphere of influence, call your college friends, your hometown. And I froze, because everybody they were talking about is in Brazil, not buying in Charlotte, maybe in Miami, Orlando, but not in Charlotte. And I froze. I thought I had made a huge mistake, and I joined a team. And they made me cold call. And I think after 2 days, I came into the office, and they're like, "We know, you don't want to do it." I'm like, "I hated it. This is not me." And since then, and it wasn't me. It was me terrified that I would never have clients, joining a team. So I did it, and it wasn't me. I'm not gonna do it. I want people to connect with me. So yes, I would say 80% of my business now is just referral from my clients. So they come to me. But even if I had to do something, for me, it would never be cold calling, door knocking, because I live by the golden rule. Treat others like you want to be treated.
Don't be dropping that knowledge on people right now. Don't do that.
Do I like strangers to call me? No. Do I like people knocking at my door when I'm home? No. So because I hate that, I don't do it. I don't even use CRM. You know what CRM is?
Do I know what CR? You are crazy, is what you are, thinking you're just going to run a real estate empire out here and not have transaction coordinator, not have a customer relation management tool, a CRM,
No.
some fancy website to use and do all this stuff. Okay, so then why not start a team? You're just a few short years later from when you started at KW, a couple brokerage firms later. Why not start a team and impart quality on them?
I don't know. I think, I want to use my time with my clients, not training other people or dealing with them. And again, because I'm maybe a perfectionist and maybe a
You're having too
control
much
freak,
fun is what it is. That's what it is.
I don't
like
want
it too much.
I don't want to, because I feel that I can train someone, they're not going to be me. And I don't want to take a chance of having something, for instance, of course, I have my attorney or former attorney.
Oh, don't do that right now. Don't
recommendations
do that right now. Don't
and
do that.
lenders and inspectors. And I had a lender I trusted a lot. And then 2 or 3 of my clients said, "Look, because at the end I always say, how was the attorney? And I'm always, of course, watching. and they said, well, we were lost. The person would only throw numbers at us. We didn't understand what was going on. And whenever we asked, it was kind of like, really? Do I have to? I'm not recommending that person anymore. So I feel like the same thing with the team. I don't want to take a chance of having someone and finding out that the clients that could be mine were disappointed, because I do want the experience to be as easy and fun and amazing as possible. I always tell my clients, I want you to after you close, after you moved in or out, when you think of me, I want you to be happy that you had someone really, really there for you. And my clients call me years later. It's super cute. They paint a room or they send me a picture.
Mm-hmm.
They keep me updated, and they're not selling or buying. They just
It's a relationship.
They know, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe a month ago, I had clients call me. They were abroad. The alarm went off, and they said, "You're the only person we trust to come see. Like, would you come check the house? The police is there. Can you just?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they said, "We don't want to bug you, but you are the one we trust, and we knew that if you had the chance, you would." So I went to their house and met the policeman and went around, and because they know they can count on me. And again, they bought the house 2 years ago, and they send me pictures of their daughter, and super cute. And it makes me, I'm always humbled that I get to be part of such a big moment in people's lives. I think it's an amazing job. Not complaining about the money, of course. But for me, it's way more. It's like the chance that I have to be by people in such important moment.
Who's cooler right now, buyers or sellers?
I have a special bond with buyers because again, I love the excitement of buying. Especially, I love first time buyers because there's nothing like we made it. I have the house, so I love listings, but my heart belongs. If I'm being 100% honest, I'm a buyer's agent more than anything. I love listings. I put a lot of effort, things that many agents would not do. But I enjoy the moment of buying a house, getting the keys, and knowing you're going to move in.
Does the fact that there's so many investors who want to buy in our marketplace, does that make you nervous for the people that want to live that I want a home?
Yes, it's very, and I do have investors. I have investor clients, but I'm very lucky that my investors, it's not like a huge number, but I do have them. And actually, all of them are like amazing people that care. So they're not, they're not out there to destroy dreams or to, like, they are investing, they want to make the money.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they are pretty awesome people. But yes, when I see, especially, those huge corporations buying everything they see, it's horrible. It breaks my heart. And then going to the other side, when I have my listings, especially because many times, thank God, I get multiple offers, I always present the offers and I kind of say, look, this is a corporation. So just so you know, and most of my sellers choose real people. So I think also it depends a lot on the agent to, have that conversation with the seller. So they know who they are selling to, because I would say most choose people.
Interesting.
It is very interesting.
You're interesting, also an enigma in the real estate broker community. I'm going to say
I'm a
that.
Scorpio. I have to be an enigma.
Claudia or Ogrizek. I
Ogrizek.
almost threw another R in there. I'm
Ogrizek.
sorry. Ogrizek. Claudia Ogrizek of Compass.
Yes.
Sitting down right now. You're listening to today's Real Talk, the show focused on North Carolina real estate, business, and life. When we come back, there's more craziness. I don't know why, but she cares about the community too much. I got to figure out why.
There's more of today's Real Talk with Justin Ckezepis on the way from 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Well, after a stretch of gloomy weather and even wet weather at times, we're finally going to kick off a stretch of mostly dry weather with the start of a brand new work week. Sunshine back this afternoon. It's cool, though. High temperatures in the low 50s. We'll all get cold tonight, most everybody dipping down below freezing into the upper 20s. High temperatures only around 50, but we do have sunshine back for our Tuesday. Slight chance, very low, though, of a shower as we get into our Wednesday. That's your forecast for the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. MuralFest is back, April 25th through the 28th at Wilkes Community College. featuring nearly 100 performers, including Old Crow Medicine Show, Turnpike Troubadours, the Teskey Brothers, Nickel Creek, and more. Tickets and information at merlefest.org. Listen each morning to Good Morning LKN for your chance to win tickets. Mooresville Parks and Recreation is excited to bring The Great Magician Murder Mystery Dinner Theater to the Charles Mack Citizen Center, Saturday, February 10th. This is not your usual murder mystery experience. An evening of theater and mystery that will have you laughing and gasping. The Great Magician Murder Mystery Dinner Theater, Saturday, February 10th. For more info, visit ourtownstage.com. Chi-Town Transit Authority is coming to Kane Center for the Arts, Saturday, February 3rd. Come hear the 8-piece Chicago tribute band, horn and woodwind sections included. Chi-Town Transit Authority, Kane Center for the Arts, Saturday, February 3rd. kanearts.org. That's CAINarts.org. The North Carolina Gun Collectors Association Gun Show is coming to the Statesville Civic Center, February 3rd and 4th. Always remember, safety first. For more info, including show rules and restrictions, visit the North Carolina Gun Collectors Association website. The NCGCA Gun Show, February 3rd and 4th, Statesville Civic Center. Want to attend the Charlotte Home and Remodeling Show? Throughout the day, you have your chance to win tickets. Listen to Good Morning LKN, the Home Ad Show, the News Drive at 5, and the Scoreboard. Each show gives you your chance to win. The Charlotte Home and Remodeling Show, February 23rd through the 25th. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
Call now to speak with Justin at 844-STUDIO-4. It's today's Real Talk on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Today's Real Talk, the show focused on all things North Carolina real estate, business, and life. Justin Ckezepis sitting beside Claudia Ogrizek.
Okay, yes.
I got whoa,
Yeah,
you took the breath and I got nervous. You made
I'm
me
like, should we have rehearsed during commercial? No, but you're doing well. Ogrizek.
I gotta add. So Ckezepis, right? Of past history, people love saying it a fun way.
Yes.
You're wearing green right now. You said you said you
do.
were gonna wear blue, but you wore green. Why is that?
Well, green is my color, and now it's my on purpose kind of marketing thing. And it was something that just happened. Not just happened now. I mean, naturally. Every time I wear green, and it's my favorite color, people would stop me and compliment it. They'll say, beautiful dress, beautiful blouse. It could be a Target. It could be a birthday. It doesn't matter. People come like, oh my God, you should. And then I also noticed that some of my friends and clients would text me pictures of a green dress or green pants. And I'm like, oh, I saw the green and I thought of you. Oh, I saw this and I thought of you. And I'm like, maybe I'm into something because people are looking at green stuff and think of me.
Oh.
So I should use
Get that money? Is that?
Yes.
Is that...
So now I do it like my Instagram is all green, and many times, especially when I'm meeting new clients, I do wear green. They might not realize, but I know because I'm doing this, because I know it's crazy. But now many people think of me. Some of my repeat clients complain if I meet them to look at a house and I'm not wearing green, or if I'm going to list the house and they're like, how come you're not wearing green?
So is your whole closet and wardrobe now green? Is that what's happened?
No, but I buy it on purpose. Like in the past, I bought it when I liked it, but now I look for green stuff to wear.
Are you addicted to real estate? Do we need to have an intervention right now? Is that what this really is?
Yes.
Is an intervention on real estate?
Yeah, but I it's the same thing. The shirt, and I love Green Giants, the tree, because I think they're the best one for people to plant, because I am the new construction queen.
You are the new construction queen.
New construction queen comes with no trees, like maybe one sad tree in the backyard.
A little dainty
Yes,
thing.
and I tell people, buy Green Giants and plant them now, because then in like 3-4 years, you're going to have a beautiful, private, shaded yard for nothing. Like, don't waste your time. Plant Green Giants. And I take pictures when I see them, and I post on Instagram. And now, same thing. People look at them and they send me pictures. And they're like, oh my God, you are making me crazy because now I see them and I think of you.
Now
It's
they
like
don't.
Coca-Cola. I'm the people will see green and think of me.
Those aren't the type of trees that are gonna have them big roots and knock up all the sidewalks and all these
Not at
neighborhoods
all.
around here,
Not at
right?
all.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Don't be
Mm-mm.
doing that now. We don't need you
I
messing.
promise. No.
No.
That's amazing about them. They are evergreen, so there's no raking, no cleaning.
Ooh.
They are fast growing.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually thinking about buying a green giant nursery so I can,
Stop.
make money with real estate
Stop.
and the green giants. But
We all.
no, they are awesome.
I like the vibe.
Yeah,
I can get on board with that.
they're amazing.
We have another path that is crossed, and that is Mamie.
Mamie, yes.
Mamie, who is the co-host of Good Morning
Yes,
OKN Monday
yes.
through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. here with me, and actually Bill, Bill the Buffer, who's over there right now. How did you meet Mamie?
A few years ago, maybe I think I had just started my real estate career, but it was very fresh. She needed to see a rental because, yes, I do show rentals.
Okay,
And-
now you're definitely crazy. You're out here showing people rentals when
Mm.
there's no money in that game right now.
Exactly.
Gosh.
Exactly. But I feel when I became a realtor and I told my family that if you feel that hopefully if I get successful, which I have,
Sure.
but I'm like, if you think I somehow I'm becoming cocky or like, oh, this is not for me, not, you're not good enough to be my client, you kind of shake me. And I think, and I still show rentals when needed, people's lives, go through phases and people sometimes need to rent it and it's okay. So she came to me looking at a townhouse. It was gross. There were many it stank. It was bad. And she said, okay, I'll take it, whatever. I'm like, what? She's like, I just need out. I hope she's okay with me saying that. She was getting a divorce and she just said, I don't care. I need a new place for me and my daughter. I'll take it. And then I said, please give me one day. It's not okay. As a mom, as a woman,
Sure.
no.
As a person.
You as a
Yeah.
human being,
Yeah.
you need to start over and your home is your most important place, period. So you have to be in a place that you feel good. Doesn't matter if it's a small, but it's your home. So I ran home and I was like, and then I found this cute condo on the lake.
Oh gosh. Here we go.
I called her. I'm like, come see it. She loved it. She signed the lease. And then in that building, I think the one next door, but anyway, the same complex. She met Rob.
Rest
They
is
fell in
history.
love. They
Sheesh,
got
here it
married.
is.
I was there at the wedding. And yeah.
So
now-
you're the reason why she won't leave exit 28.
Yes.
You are the
Pretty
reason
much.
why, Claudia.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yeah.
what have you've created
I-
a monster.
Yes, I did. I did. I know.
Normie. It's Normie now in
She
female
is-
woman form
yes.
walking around around Lake
People
Norman.
are taking pictures on the lake. No,
Oh.
she is. She is the Lake Norman. Yes.
She breathes and dies Lake Norman.
Mhm.
I didn't know that. Before I asked her to be on the show, I didn't realize she was going to die for Lake Norman if she had
100%.
to.
And then when they decided to get married, move in together, and go to the other side, but still exit 28, she had a hard time. She loved everybody, not only Rob, but the
Yeah.
friends she made. So I think she will never. She got the wedding was in front, on the lake, very cute wedding and very romantic.
Do you think we should
Do you know her? Do you know her song is "I'm Speechless"?
Is that a Taylor Swift song? I thought you were about to ask me some Taylor Swift.
I don't know the name.
Oh, sorry. Don't let me interrupt. Go ahead. No, keep going. That's you got.
That's it.
Dan and Shay?
Okay, yes.
Okay, Dan and
So
Shay.
now you can surprise her with her.
Oh, wait till
song.
tomorrow. Bill, can we write that down? Okay, Bill's got it. Okay,
Yes.
he's got it going on. Oh, yeah, we're going to have fun with her tomorrow. Okay, then
Oh
the
my gosh,
future.
might kill me, but okay. But yeah, it's she does love Exit 28 for sure.
So the future of real estate, particularly in the Lake Norman area. Your thoughts?
It's gonna keep growing and getting crazy and more expensive. I think there are too many people coming from, New York, California, Texas, Florida. I have clients coming, and they still think it's pretty reasonable. So unfortunately, I'm happy they're coming to me,
Sure.
but at the same time, of course, I feel for people who live here who have to compete with people that come with a lot of money. I sold clients from California, they sold this 2-bedroom, 1-bath, no garage in LA on a busy street. And they bought a, do you know what a 1030, well, of course, you know what a 1031 exchange is.
I've heard of it.
Maybe tomorrow you can explain. I'm not going to do it. But with the
I
money
think you
for
should do
this,
it.
no,
Yeah.
I don't know if we have time for that. But with the money from that dated bad house, they bought a smaller, but still a lake house. And they were like, this is crazy that we are selling this shabby house in LA and buying a lake home. So they will keep coming. And yes, there will be competition. And for everyone who's listening and thinking that the market will crash, it will not. It will not. I don't see it. Maybe in Ohio but not.
No, what you got against Ohio? Don't be doing things to Ohio now.
Are you from? You're here.
I got family in Ohio,
No,
but I mean they don't
It
care.
was
But
a
I'm
random.
just saying, like,
Okay, let me see something like Illinois. I don't know any. But
Oh.
what I'm. I don't like the winter. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving
Anywhere up
cold.
north.
Yes.
Canada.
Sure.
Okay.
Because
at least America, we want America to do good. You know.
We are still super. It's a super hot market. So,
Yeah.
do markets around the country, might they crash or not crash, but kind of, yes. Do I think our market, Charlotte, Lake Norman, no. So buy now.
Then what about supply? Should we build a bunch more houses?
Yes.
Oh,
construction
you are. No one can keep up with you.
Yeah.
Nobody can keep up with you.
What I'm telling people, I mean, they don't, I hate using cliche, but they don't make land anymore.
Mm.
So, it is what it is. So new construction is a good option. But what I'm telling people, and I know many agents are saying the same thing, and I do believe that when the interest rates come down, there are thousands of buyers waiting for that because they think that's what they need. And I'm saying grab it now. Hang on, save on stuff. Don't buy a new car. Don't do anything. Yes, it's not fun to look at the mortgage payments right now, but hang in there. And then a year from now, you refinance. You held the house at the price today. If it's new construction, good chance. I'm negotiating. It might be in my phone right now.
Do you want to check it? You can if you need to.
$34,000 in closing costs buy down rate right now for a client of mine.
Oof.
$35,000 back.
Yeah.
So this is the moment.
And they're buying down the interest rate, I would imagine. Yeah, that's pretty good.
2-1.
That's what gets me is the interest rate.
2-1.
Where do you think? Okay, it all settles. Whatever. This year, next year, 2 years from now. Where do interest rates land at what's the new floor? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the new floor?
5.5.
Okay.
If it's 5, it's awesome, but I don't think under 5.5. And I keep telling people, stop talking about the COVID interest rates. It was a different world. Yeah. We were wearing masks. We were locked inside the house. So hopefully it will never. I know it sucks because we pay more for the house, but do you want COVID and the whole craziness back? No, nobody does. So forget about it.
No, I don't think.
Forget about it.
Oh, Claudia Ogrizek of Compass.
Yes.
Been hanging out today. Today's Real Talk, the show focused on all things North Carolina, real estate, business, and life. All of it's relevant. You want a broker that cares, a broker that understands, a broker that's going to be there for your needs. It is a professional service. Claudia is certainly one that we would recommend. Claudia at CharlotteGreatHomes.com. CharlotteGreatHomes.com.
Yes.
The new 105.9, 100.7 WSIC, Statesville, Mooresville, North Charlotte.
I gotta get a picture with you guys. Hold on one second.
Oh yeah, picture. See? I was going to forget.
Nope. Hey, John, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can
All
you
right.
hear me?
I can. Cool deal. Let me wrap up this show, and then I'll get you squared away here in just a second.
Okay.
Phone. You want mine? I have a phone.
butcher button.
Hey guys,
Great
job, Claudia.
show.
Yes, very nicely done.
I'm in the process of trying to
Oh.
sell by owner.
Here it is.
What?
It's a nightmare.
Joe's a broker too. Don't let him fool you. He's got
It's the biggest mistake I
For
have
sale by owner?
ever